There's something intriguing about the things that are found underwater. Maybe it's the mystery surrounding what might be lurking below the surface. Or maybe it's the excitement of discovering something that's been hidden for centuries. Whatever the reason may be, there's no denying that the deep sea is fascinating. Let's take a look at 5 of the most mysterious things found underwater. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. In 2011, a group of saltwater explorers discovered a 60-meter wide object with a disc-shaped body at the bottom of the Gulf of Botnia in the Baltic Sea region. Since it was unearthed, it has popularly been referred to as the Baltic Sea Mystery or the Baltic Sea Mystery Object, and it lies in the waters between Sweden and Finland. No one knows for sure what this object is and how it got there, while scientists are still investigating. For now, let's take a look at some of the theories about this mysterious object. There are several possible explanations for the Baltic Sea Anomaly. One theory suggests that it's a natural formation, like a sunken piece of land or a large meteorite that hit the bottom of the Gulf millions of years ago. Another theory suggests that it is man-made, possibly a World War II German submarine base or an old Soviet structure. There are also some who believe that it's a UFO structure, or a portal to another dimension. But what's the truth behind it all? The theory for the Baltic Sea Anomaly being a natural formation is supported by some experts who base it off of similar structures found on the ocean floor around the world. However, there are also many experts who disagree with this theory. Some people believe that the Baltic Sea Anomaly is actually an extraterrestrial structure or a portal to another dimension. This theory is based on speculation, and there's no scientific evidence to support it. However, given that we do not yet know what this object is, anything is possible, and this theory cannot be entirely discounted either. Team Ocean X offers tours to people that are interested in seeing it, but it does come at a heavy price tag. No matter what people call it, whether it's a Baltic Sea mystery, anomaly, or object, its mystery still continues as scientists have yet to figure out its true purpose and origins. Its discovery has reignited debates with scientists about what exactly this submerged object could be. Is it a natural formation? Is it man-made? Or something else entirely? Only time will tell us what secrets this mysterious item holds. The Yonaguni Complex. One of the more popular mysteries among the people in Japan is what lies underwater. In 1985, off a small island known as Yonaguni Island, a Japanese marine biologist that goes by a name Masaki Kimura made an incredible discovery. Kimura has actually found a total of 10 different rock-like structures, and after taking a closer look, was able to confirm that these structures actually represent different types of elements that would belong to an ancient city. He was able to identify a castle, a stadium, temples, and even found that all of the structures were connected by a road. The discovery takes up 984 by 492 feet of room and dates back to long before there was ever an educational system in place for the nation of Japan. On top of all the other things he discovered, he happened to come across a rock inscription that belongs to the Keda script, a writing system that they used to use in the islands of Yaeyama and Yonaguni. Despite claims of being 5,000 years old, other theories include an ancient city that sunk after an earthquake, which only happened 2,000 to 3,000 years sooner than the previous theory. Kimura still believes in his original theory, despite the fact that other people may not agree, and said that each time he went back to look only made him that much more confident that it was in fact 5,000 years old. Kimura has been sharing his different theories and discoveries with people for quite some time, presenting at things like scientific conferences and whatnot, And it turns out that his whole perspective somehow got controversial for some people. Some people claim that everything that he found is naturally occurring, and some call it sandstones. It's impossible to be 100% certain because, as it turns out, there has been zero government research, and they don't even recognize it as a scientific cultural property. But if you speak to Kimura directly, he is pretty insistent that it's blatantly obvious they are man-made, and that there are no such thing as naturally occurring statues. There has been more expert opinions tossed at what discovery may actually be. Some say that it's a Pacific civilization that eventually ended up underwater, but even other professors have gone down to see it for themselves and fully agree with Kimura that these are not naturally occurring. Maybe the truth about this underwater mystery will come to the surface one day, but until then, the possibilities of this mystery remains under the surface. The Antikythera mechanism. In early 1900s, a group of Greek sponge divers came across a shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera. In the wreckage, they managed to find a puzzling object that would eventually be called the Antikythera mechanism. This strange device is thought to be some sort of computer and is at least 2,000 years old. Archaeologists and historians have been trying to piece together how this ancient computer works for over 100 years, and they've made some pretty amazing discoveries so far. Here's a breakdown of what we know about this device. The Antikythera mechanism is an incredible complex machine consisting of at least 30 bronze gears. It was found in fragments, and it took years for archaeologists to put it together. They determined that it was used to track astronomical events, like lunar and solar eclipses and the positions of stars and planets. Some scientists believe that it may have also been used to predict things like earthquakes. No one knows for sure how the mechanism works, but there are a few theories. One is that the Greek astronomer Hipparchus invented it, or that it was inspired by his work. Another theory is that it was created by someone from the Syrian city of Baalbek. Unfortunately, we don't know much about who created the mechanism. What we do know is that it was created sometime between 100 BC and 100 AD, and that it somehow ended up on the island of Antikythera after a shipwreck. Other than that, there are very few clues as to who created this incredible machine. The most likely scenario is that it was created by a team of Greek scientists from different cities. What we do know is that it would have taken a very long time to make. Estimates range from several decades to over 100 years. The Antikythera mechanism is a really interesting object that has gained interest from scholars for over a century. This ancient computer is super complex, and its true purpose may never be known. But even though we don't have all the answers, learning about this device reminds us just how much progress humans have made in just a short amount of time. The Blue Hole. The Belize Blue Hole is a massive underwater cave located off the coast of Belize. It's more than 1,000 feet wide and 400 feet deep. Scientists believe that the cave formed during the last ice age when sea levels were a lot lower than they are today. When the ice melted, rising water started to fill the cave and eventually created this massive blue hole that we see today. In 2012, a team of scientists led by Dr. Robert Ballard, the man who also discovered the Titanic, explored the blue hole using a submersible robot called Hercules. Hercules made some pretty amazing discoveries during his time in the blue hole, including fossilized coral reefs, evidence of an ancient sinkhole collapse, a GoPro, and even a few perfectly preserved human skeletons. Although they discovered the deceased bodies, they were not retrieved, and they decided to inform the authorities and continue on. The area they were found in was described as being quiet and peaceful, so it made sense not to intervene. The Blue Hole is also home to a ton of different plant and animal life, including sharks, barracudas, and stingrays. The Belize Barrier Reef, which is the second largest barrier reef in the world, also begins at the blue hole, so there's no doubt that the blue hole will continue to be studied for years to come. The Belize blue hole is an amazing natural wonder with a rich history dating back to the last ice age. The rover, Hercules, made some fascinating discoveries during its exploration of the site, and scientists believe that there is still much more to learn about this unique underwater cave. With so much to offer, it's no wonder that this site continues to be studied by scientists from all over the world. Underwater Museum. In the Gulf of Mexico, off the coast of Walton County, Florida, lies the Underwater Museum of Arts. The Underwater Museum of Arts is the first permanent underwater sculpture garden in the United States and is quickly gaining popularity as a world-renowned eco-tourist destination. Each year, a new collection of sculptures are installed in the underwater garden, providing a changing display for visitors to enjoy. But the Underwater Museum of Arts is more than just a pretty face. It also provides a much-needed habitat for local marine life and fisheries. This underwater museum was modeled after similar installations in Grenada and Cancun, but it is the first permanent installation of its kind in the United States. The museum lies at a depth of 58 feet and a distance of 1 mile from the shore of Grayton Beach State Park. A specially chosen selection of sculptures drawn from artists throughout the world is installed in the underground garden each year. The sculptures are made from materials that encourages marine life and are designed to withstand hurricane-force winds and waves. Once they are installed, the sculptures quickly attract a wide variety of fish, coral, and other marine life. Over time, the sculptures evolve into living reefs, providing a much-needed habitat for local wildlife. In addition to being an ecotourism destination, the Underwater Museum is a valuable research for marine scientists, wildlife management professionals, ecologists, and students. The sculpture garden is monitored by a team of scientists who collects data on the rate at which the reef grows and changes over time. The data is used to help improve our understanding of how artificial reefs can be used to restore damaged natural habitats. If you're looking for a unique ecotourism destination that offers both beauty and brains, look no further than the Underwater Museum of Art. This hidden gem in the Gulf of Mexico is quickly becoming a world-renowned attraction for scuba divers and art lovers. There's no doubt about it. The deep sea is full of mysteries waiting to be discovered, but who knows what else might be lurking below the surface. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching our Late Night Top 5 channel. We're a new channel and would love to have your support by subscribing, liking, or simply dropping a comment down below. To watch more interesting late night videos, click the links to continue watching more.